Good afternoon, everybody. Here we are, tile 499. And I've just been upstairs having a look on our board at all the lovely tiles you've been sending in, ready for tile 500. I'm so pleased. We're at nearly 200. And that's without me printing off any that have been sent on email. And I know some of you are still sending them in. So we'll still be collating them. If you've not sent yours in yet, please send it in. And we'll add it to the list. We will. But I might actually leave it until next week to actually announce the sort of the tile that has got the most sort of people sending in. So we've got time yet, but really loving what you're doing. So let's get on, shall we, with number 499. I've got a white tile, and I think just around the corners there, let it dry, so spritzed a bit of water. I've used one colour. It was kind of a red, whichever sort of red comes to hand, but it could be any colour. It doesn't have to be any if you don't want it to. So, okay, if we're ready, let's get going, shall we? I'm going to come in with pencil today for a start. Hello there, everybody. And I'm going to sort of give myself a bit of a diagonal, just as a hand. So I'm not going to put a full line in there, just a little bit of a guide. And seeing one this side, let's find kind of the middle. There we go, into there. All right, hi there, everybody. All right, so what I want to do here, I'm going to put myself, let's have a look. Imagine, let's go, I don't know, about a centimetre. That's a centimetre, maybe about a centimetre just over, up. Let's put a little mark, just so I can give myself a bit of a guide. And, all right, on the top of that then, I'm going to put myself a little, like a teardroppy shape. I'm using pencil, so that's fine. There's no worries. So has anybody got any idea as to which number they think is the most popular tile? I mean, I don't know. Oh, good morning, Deborah from New York. It's, yeah, anybody, oh, it's a bit big. Anybody got any ideas of which one they think? So, oh, Kathy, I hope everything goes okay there. All right. Of course, we've got classes this weekend as well. It's all going here. It's all going on. All right, so let's have a look. I'm going to take this one here. Now, you could do it this way if you like, because I'm going to do that one as well. And I'm going to take this one to this one, like that. Okay. And then, oh, Marie thinks it's the sheep. There's a few sheep. There are a few sheep, I've got to admit. Because, of course, whichever one comes out to be the most popular, I'm going to draw it. And that's, hopefully you don't mind, that's what our prize is going to be. Yvonne thinks it's the sheep too. Okay, same with this one, look, see, I'm going to do a curve that way. We have kind of done this pattern before. So if you've done all the tiles, this is just sort of a bit of a reminder. It's not a new design, but you know, there's a lot of them out there. Oh, okay. So you see where this sort of comes under? I'm going to join them together. That's why it's always nice to do this in pencil. Because sometimes this shape's a little bit weird and it doesn't always go. So look like this, see that wants to go down there and that. But I want them to sort of match so we can change the shape if we need to. And that's fine, it means I'm happier with it. Okay, let's have a look at that then. Oh, let's go that way. All right, so we've got that kind of in the middle. So I'm going to choose sort of a corner now. I'm going to have decisions to make. I'm going to leave my inked bit up there. So I'm going to use this one, this one, and this one. I'm going to do it with 3 sides. So I'm just going to put a little cross in that one to remind me that I'm not using that corner. I'm going to do something else there. So let's have a look at this bit here then. I'm going to have it facing me. So I've got this line coming down here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out a line. Let's sort of go around, around and down. It's because I was talking and not concentrating. Oh, maybe boring, but do you know what? If it's number 1, why did I do the other 498? If number 1's the best. You see what I'm thinking there? Maybe you should have just done 1 and went, that's it, staying there. So let's do another line coming out here. And you see I've gone over that one there. Let's put that in. It's gone sort of around there. It doesn't matter where it goes. Then this here, see, that's going to go underneath. So let's have a look. I'm going to follow it underneath, look. And that's going to sort of kick off and come around here somewhere. So let's do another one of them. Let's see, 4, and around there. So I've got one that's sort of attached itself there. So let's do the same on this one then. Now when I say the same, I'm not looking at where it's kind of going. I'm just going to see where it ends up. I'm not looking at the other one. And then see, that's going to come around there. Let's go off there. And then this one, let's go around there. And along and off there. Okay. So it's sort of like it's attached. This one there. So again, around. Getting the hang of this now. And along there, like so. Oh. And then this one's going to come around and off there. And around. Just like that. And up and off there. Okay. So this one I'm not going to do it on because I'm going to do something different here. So let's have a look at that now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put myself a bit of a line in. I'm going to go, let's have a look from here. And I want a definite wave, so it kind of goes over that and back down. You see? Okay. So let's have a look. I'm going to go in with pen now. See? My 03. And I'm going to put this line in pen. So I'm going to commit to that line there. If it's a little bit off, it doesn't matter. Along we go. Like that. Okay. And then everything here now, I'm going to draw in pen. So let's have a look at this bit though. This is going over this one, but when I get to that line, look, I'm going to stop. And then I'm going to continue it along here because that's on this side. This side of the line, you see, I'm not going to do. Does that make sense? Okay, so we can follow these bits round. We're going to stop when we get to those lines, and if you need to, you can neaten that up a little bit. Okay. Oh, Maureen. Oh dear. Along there. And as I say, it's classes this weekend, so it's going to be another busy one. Christmas at HQ. There we go. Now let's have a look at this. See, because that's gone over, that's going to go underneath, like so, you see, because that's going over that way. So let's put this bit in. Again, see, let's have a look. So it's going to go over there, so that's going to go under. Doesn't really matter, as long as you've got something that sort of looks like it's attached and it's twisting, it's fine. And along we go. To there. Along we go. And into this one. See how that sort of sits nicely there. I've got this bit to do, so again I'm going to stop at that line. That's going to go under there, look, and put those bits in. And then this bit here, see, that's sort of going over. I'm going to have to amend that line a little bit there, but that's okay. And that one's coming along, going under there. And to that one. And that one. Okay, so let's get rid of those bits of pencil now that we don't need. Be careful when you're rubbing out, of course, because you don't want your ink to smudge. So I know this pen's one I've been using for a little bit now, so I don't have a problem with it. You're seeing always any little lines that you've got kind of not attached, you can do that now because the pencil sort of disguises it, doesn't it? Okay, there you are. So we've got this on one side, we've got this on another. Let's stick with this side for a moment. Okay, so I'm going to turn it around and I want to sort of focus in this space here. And I want to put in a couple of little lines. So I'm going to go this way, and this way, this way, this way, this way, and this way. Okay, let's go in a little bit so you can see that. I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to come down and out like this. Down and out. Down and out. On this side, same thing. Down and out. Down and out. You see? So let's put another one in. It's again like sort of like little letter Y's, aren't they? Well, it doesn't matter which side you start on. These are a bit smaller. Same on this one. And okay, let's have a little look at that in context. Okay, so I'm going to have one coming out here. Now, I know sometimes it can be, I'm going to do my Y's there. It can be a bit tricky sort of trying to work out where things go. You could always do it in pencil, and then you don't have to sort of imagine where it's all going. Into there. I'm not going to do any in this bit. I'm going to come into here though. Well, I might come from this section here, so let's have a look. I'm going to come up like this and work my way up. So that's going to go there, look. And I'm going to go a little bit smaller as it works its way out there. Down and out. You see? You get into the flow of it after a bit, so I tend to do all one side and then come back and do all the other. It's going to sort of mix in there, like so. See how it kind of works its way around? Oh, I have got one in there. That don't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's do one here. Again, sort of got to imagine where it's kind of going there. And along. See how that's sort of, you're going to see a little bit of it, it's in there. Okay, I think another one's got to come kind of this way. So little kind of letter Y's almost, you see? And then down. Oh, hello Joe. I've seen Susan's name as well. Hi everybody. See? Okay, I think I'm going to do a couple of little, you know, our little curves and bobbles. Curves and bobbles. Sort of around these little shapes here. Now, you know, be careful, you don't want to get carried away with them because they're so nice to draw, aren't they? Before you know it, covered in them. But they just work. I'm going to go over that one there, look. Underneath there. A few more here. It gives it that little bit of, you know, when you colour it in, that little bit of blackness that you need as well. It makes a difference there. In terms of. Alright, let's do a few this side. See, that one's going to sit under there. Remember, there's nothing happening on this at the minute. Can go over or under, it doesn't matter. Go under there, look. There's a few. Oh, thank you, Yvonne. It is, yeah, I just thought, I've obviously took inspiration from you, what can I say? I love you. Okay. See, little bits and things going on, so yeah, it's looking nice. I think, because I've got some here, I need to perhaps bring these stems down here, so we can sort of go backwards. I can put a line in and put maybe just two there, look. So it sort of sits. So I'm going to go in there because I've gone in there anyway. So and into that one there, look. So it sort of all sits together. So we've got that nice little bit. It's almost like we've got this lovely sort of fence or chains, and then this is sort of trying to get out a little bit. Okay, just my mind. So let's have a look at this line then. Again, if you want to do it this way, you find it easy to draw it that way, please feel free, that's fine. I'm going to put myself another line in here. Now notice I'm going to get so far and then I'm going to stop, because then I can put my hand where it's more comfortable, then I can carry on. Got a bit of pencil there I don't need. See, like then pick it up again. let's do another one. So let's just make sure that's joined. Line along here. See, stop and then pick it up again. Stop. You notice I go back a little bit further. Just sort of pick it up again, like so. So I'm going to do another one, but I want it a bit wider this time. So let's have a look. I still want this sort of curve here. So that's going to be there, look, see? And then from there, look, I can work my way back. And back. So I've got that. Because in here, I'm going to put another little line inside there. It's almost like I planned it, kind of. So let's look at this wide bit here. I want to put a grid in, but I want to curve it slightly like this. Not too small with those sort of shapes there. Okay. Otherwise, we're going to be doing a very tiny little grid, and we want something where it's got a little bit of shape to it, but we want to see what is going on. So let's follow it round. Okay, a bit of a curve. So I'm going to do the same the other side. Notice I started in the middle before, so I'm going to do similar again. See, it's going to go there. I'm going to turn it round though, because that feels really weird drawing it like that. And let's put those lines in. Same this way. So you're getting more of a kind of diamondy shape, or an off square-ish. That's just how it is. Oh, hi Joe. A few hours on today. It's nice to see names. Okay, all right, so we've got that. So I was going to go in a little bit with this. Let's join that one up there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of have it so it's facing me like this. I'm going to put myself a line in like that. And then let's have a look at every single one on this design. You see, I'm only going to see part of that one and that one because it's sort of going underneath that bit. But I can still do it, look. Tiny one there. So it's sort of following that shape. And there, see, I'm not going to see that side, but I'm going to see that one. And into there, look, a little bit at the top there. Around there. And in those. So each one, I know they're going to be slightly different because we didn't measure the grid, anything like that. So that's absolutely fine. It really doesn't matter. It's just about getting something in there that looks a bit similar. And then we can, once we shade it, you know, you're going to see different viewpoints of things, aren't you? All right, so I'm going to work my way along. I'm just going to keep going. Notice I've turned my tile ever so slightly as I'm going. So I've always got that sort of pattern facing me. It's just easier that way to draw those little bits. Okay. So that looks a bit, well, you can't do anything with that because you can't see that one there. Okay. So let's have a look at this row here. So you can fill it with bubbles, but I'm going to go a little bit different this time. I'm going to do loops like this. See? Loops. So they're not necessarily going to be touching each other. And again, when you've got so far, you're going to want to stop, turn it slightly, and then you're going to want to continue. They're loops, so they're going to be slightly different. And I think if you're going to start and stop, top or bottom's probably better, look, because you can pick up again it a little bit easier rather than do it there. It kind of works, doesn't it? Look at that, how that sort of starts to flow. Gives you that little bit of a design in there. And all the way to the edge, just following that shape. So I'm going to get part one in there. Look at that. Okay, so let's have a look, and I'm going to leave that one for a minute. I'm going to come to this one at the back here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some swirls in. Not too close together kind of thing, you know, not really tight ones. Give them a little bit space like that. Let's do another. And again, you can do these any way round. You don't have to do them the same as me. If you would rather start on the outside and work in, to this one, you're going to sort of get parts of one, aren't you? Like that. And so I kind of find it easy to start on the inside, because then you can make it as big as you want it to be, rather than get stuck and have a really tiny middle. Okay, so have a look at this. Okay, so far so good. So I'm going to come along this row here, this edge, and I'm going to put myself some little dots. Just sort of like this. Not too far away from each other, just sort of, you know, gauge them. So you might be getting flatter. I think that's the thing, isn't it? Sometimes you've got to give it the time it deserves and make sure you've got that nice shape. I might come back to these in a little while, see how I feel. For now, they're in, it's good to go. Okay, so I'm going to put my lid on my pen, I'm going to pick my pencil up, and let's have a look at this. I've got a sharper pencil today, because what I do want to do is where I've got these little loops and things, I want to put a little bit more shading in. So I want to be precise, okay? So let's have a look. So for this one, for example, I'm going to bring it here, and you see I'm quite heavy. I'm going to follow all the way around, along there, along there, under there. See, it's going over there. So I'm following the same edge all the way around. So imagine that that's going to go round. It's going to come under here. If you're not sure, you can come back to this, see, and follow that. So you've got that, okay? So let's have a look at this then. I want to come in this side as well. Now when I say this side, I'm going to do this bit. It's this bit here. Okay, top and left. So let's have a look at the rest of it. So I'm going to come round here at the bottom. Do that bit. Going up there, but not all the way round, see? And then here, look. I'm going to round that bit. Again, not all the way around. I'm going to kind of stop there. Then this one here. I'm going to come around here. And kind of sort of follow that. And then I'm coming on the inside of this one. A little bit there. See where it's sort of going underneath? So this one. Underneath here. Again, I'm not being too shy with that pencil there. I'm adding some in there. But because I've got it sharpened, I know kind of where I'm putting it. Okay. So let's have a look at this one. Underneath. A little bit under there. And then this one across the top there. Alright, let's get the tortillon out. So, because it's quite sharp and I don't want it to go, I'm going to go up there, look, all over the place. I'm going to sort of go more back and forth. See, so rather than swirls, because that's going to move it more back and forth. And we'll see how that looks. Because I have put quite a lot of graphite on there. Okay. Back and forth, see? Along there. Oops. Going to put a little bit of shadow there. Okay, see how that sort of works its way around? And it's moving, but not as much, because I'm just working my way up and down. Done along there, into this one, into this one. So it's not like the shadow's completely disappearing, as it's quite strong. Add a little bit, you know, where they go over and under. But I suspect most of that's going to get covered anyway. So it's more of a shadow that's sort of a drop shadow rather than a blend out. Okay, little bits there, see? How long we go into this. So just sort of so that little bit of shading there. Let's have a look at this one. Roll into this. And into that one there. Okay, little bits on there. Let's have a little look at that. Okay, back to pencil. So I'm going to come over here and I'm really going to add some pencil all along that edge. Just over those bubbles there. And to those. Okay, so let's blend that up. Thank you, Tommy. Cup of tea.
Tea time.
Okay. Again, look, right, I'm not swirling it. So giving it some work there, but back and forth, following the shape round. Okay. All right. So I want to come into these bits here, pencil again, and I'm going to add some to each of the lines, but just on one side, see? So I'm not in the middle of it, I'm at the sides, like so. Okay, again, that's why it's nice to have a sharp pencil for this, because it shows that you can be a little bit more precise with what you're doing. Like that. Okay. And whilst I'm on that, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go quite heavy around there. And let's put some along that bit as well. Back to Tortillon. So here again, back and forth. You see how it just sort of does what you want it to do. You don't want to be completely filling it all. You want to leave those little highlight bits. And it's going to help because I've inked that corner a bit. It's going to give it a little bit more darkness too. There's quite a lot of graphite gone in this. I think it's one that you're going to have to spray to stop it in your book. So I don't mind with this one. I want that to be quite heavy, look. Faded away. That one, let's keep it there. Okay. So I'm going to bring in my black pencil. My regular black coloured pencil. Let me just make sure it's got a decent point on it. I'm going to come in along this edge. And see, I'm going to make it a little bit darker there. Just want to make it much in shadow as I can. Kind of gives me that. And the same on this side, look, where I put a lot there. Okay. Let's have a look. Just in little places, so just on the underneath bits. Where I can see them. Again, I don't tend to draw the whole thing because otherwise it'd be pointless. We might as well go around with a big black line. It just gives it a little bit more darkness there. See a little bit on that corner. Okay, so I'm going to bring, being that I've inked my tab with a bit of red, I'm going to use a bit of my light red pencil here. And let's put a bit of this in. So I'm going to start on this edge. I'm going to bring a bit in there. Again, it's a little bit easier to actually work colours in when you've got a bit of ink in the background. And let's do a little bit on here as well. Those little stripes. Bring a bit of Clementine in. Works well putting these two together. Look, they go really well there. Same on this one. Okay. A little bit in there. Bit of light orange, I think. Yeah. definitely going to need white to work in those middle bits. That's it. And a bit there. Okay, I'm going to break. Actually, I think I don't need to put any more colour on that in terms of the light and the dark there. I'm just going to bring a little bit more of that light red in. Just finish that off on that top edge. Like so. Okay, and then just underneath, I'm going to bring, let's have a look, a little bit of deep green in. Not much, because what I want to do, if I just bring it in a bit. You see, I've got these little shapes. I'm going to bring a touch of colour into it. See, when I say a touch, it's not colouring the whole thing. Just a little bit. So I'm not trying to blend it particularly. It's almost about a little bit of colour on there. So really nice piece, isn't it? Just to sort of add that extra bit there. It just sort of gives it that hint of something coming through. Let's do a couple there. Again, I know not all of us like to colour, and you could shade this if you wanted. If I was not adding colour, I don't know, I don't think I'd even shade these, you know. I think maybe I'd leave them. See, they just need a little hint. I don't want to be colouring everything, taking hours. It's enjoying that moment, isn't it? And just chilling out with it for a bit. Let's have a little look at that. Okay, I think I'm going to bring my white pencil in. Now, you could use chalk pencil for this as well if you want, but I mean, I've got my white ones here. I'm going to come over the top of these shapes. You could even use a white gel pen. And of course, if you haven't used any ink, you think, well, why would I bother? Just do it. Just put some in over the top anyway. Just clean that bit up. Just a little bit. Just give it a little bit of a highlight where you didn't think it would need it. Get into there. Into those. All right, and I think just in here, you know, where we've got those little, I'm just going to clean that graphite off that pencil there. And just have a little bit of highlight just on the edges. Again, it's not sort of in your face bright white, but because I've got that colour in the background, it is making a bit of a difference. So how many hours do you think over 499 tiles we've spent? Because I know not everyone's been an hour. So maybe, I don't know, maybe 300 hours, something like that, on tiles. It's crazy, isn't it, when you think about it? Okay, so let's have a look at that one. So we've got almost something sort of peeking out through where we're going in here. It's a bit different. Again, I might just add a little bit of white in there, yeah, just on that edge. Last thing to do, a bit of a signature. I think I'm going to put it up here today. I think I'm going to have it that way. So there we go, number 499. So if you're around on Friday with a little bit of cake and a cup of tea, we're going to be celebrating tile 500. It's quite an achievement considering I was only going to do 12. So I hope you can join me for that one. It'd be nice to say, yes, when we did tile 500, I was there. And other than that, it's going to be on YouTube, of course, and it'll be there when you're ready. We don't get rid of them. But have a bit of a play, enjoy this one, see how it works out, try it with a few different colours. And I'll see you on Friday. So take care, everybody. Bye.